हेलो हाय, चलो गेट का क्वेश्चन नंबर 20 भी देख लेते हैं। इस क्वेश्चन के अंदर हमें दो रैंडम वेरिएबल्स दे रखे हैं, x और z। x जो है इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ z ओनली, सो x इज गिवन एज a z प्लस b, एंड जो z है हमारा दैट इज स्टैंडर्ड नॉर्मल रैंडम वेरिएबल। ठीक है, सो चलो इस इंफॉर्मेशन को एक बार एक्सप्रेशंस में नोट डाउन कर लेते हैं। इसका क्या मतलब है? ये बोल रहा है कि z इज अ स्टैंडर्ड नॉर्मल रैंडम वेरिएबल, सो वी नो दैट एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ z would be 0. That's the one thing. Also, it is also given that x is az plus b. ठीक है, now we will use two properties of expectations, that is expectation of x plus y is can be rewritten as expectation of x plus expectation of y. ठीक है, also expectation of ay can be written as a times expectation of y, because a is constant and it's not a random variable. So with these two properties we can try to solve this particular question. So now let's first look at this expression which says that expectation of x is equals to 1, and let's see what we get from here. So now x is given as a times z plus b, right? So expectation of x can be rewritten as expectation of az plus b. ठीक है, now using the property 1 which is here, we can use the property 1 to rewrite this expression as expectation of z into a plus expectation of b. Since b is a constant and it is not a random variable, so it can be rewritten as a times expectation of z plus b. So अभी हम क्या, expectation of x can be rewritten as a times expectation of z plus b. But we have written that expectation of z here, we have written that expectation of z is 0, so we can just simply substitute 0 here in saying that b. So the expectation of x comes out to be, and let's call this expression as 3, and let's call this expression as 2. So from the expression 3, it is given that expectation of x is b. Also, in the question it is given that expectation of x is 1. So from these statements we can conclude that value of b is 1. Alright, now let's look at other two expressions which are given in the question. So now we'll focus on the highlighted second expression which is there, and in this expression let's rewrite it. So what we have given is expectation of x minus expectation of x into z is equals to minus 2. Okay, so now we know that expectation of x is b from the equation 3, and also the x is given as a z plus b, and expectation of x is b, so we have written that into z, and the entire expectation, and this value is minus 2. Okay, now we can cancel b and it comes out to be expectation of a z square is coming out to be minus 2, and using the equation 2 we can rewrite this as expectation of z square into a is minus 2. ठीक है, now we'll call this as an expression 4. Now let's use the last equation which is given in the question, and that is given as expectation of x minus expectation of x ka whole square, and this value is given as 4. We now know that this value x minus expectation of x can be rewritten as az, we have also seen in the previous two cases, and so this ka whole square, and we have to take the expectation. So this can be rewritten as this. You just look at this step here, and so from this step you can we'll do this, if we repeat the same step हमें ऐसा मिल जाएगा. So now expectation of az square is 4, and जो equation 2 थी हमारी उससे हम इसको रीराइट कर सकते हैं ए स्क्वायर एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ जी स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 4। अब हमारे पास एक और एक्सप्रेशन आ गई, एक्सप्रेशन 5। अब जब हम एक्सप्रेशन 5 और एक्सप्रेशन 4 को 5 4 से डिवाइड कर देंगे इस दोनों इक्वेशन को, तो हमें क्या मिलेगा, हमें मिल जाएगा a इज इक्वल्स टू -2। So that's the answer, right? We see we got the b as 1, a as -2, and in the option, the a option satisfies these two conditions. So a is -2 and b is 1.